This is the last income statement question, question 8, which is the long answer question. Malcolm makes high quality and high priced chocolate and has shops all around the UK. Competitors have started selling similar products. In the table, we have his last 2 income statements, and we are to discuss how he can improve his profit levels. So when we're approaching a question like this, we need to look at what's been happening with his finances and then think, if the new competitors come in, what would happen to his finances in the future and what steps can he take? There's loads and loads of different options he could take. It's how we describe them that's going to get our marks. So if we look at the mark scheme, it's the usual pretty similar one. If you've made some valid points but you haven't used the figures, you're going to get 1. If you want to get 2 to 3, you'll have used your figures, you've started to explain. 4 to 6, specialist terms used. Now the specialist terms here really are just net profit, gross profit, expenses. It's just using the figures in it, but using them well. And 7 to 8, working context, skilled use of terms, implications of decisions fully explained. We're going to use the same format. We are going to set the scene. The scene is that Malcolm has just got a new competitor. It's going to put him under pressure, which will make it harder to keep earning sales income. This comes at a time when, although sales have increased, the cost of ingredients have increased £10,000, referring back to the table. Their staff and other costs have risen by 15,000, so their net profit has fallen by 5. All I've done is look at the table and take out points, not rocket science. He needs to find ways to improve his profitability. The scene is now set. We are now going to look at his various options for improving profit. One way Malcolm can try to improve his profit is by cutting his costs. So he could cut down on the ingredients and packaging to increase his gross profit. Now, this would have an immediate effect. It would lower, but it could lower his sales revenue as it could lower the quality and therefore make customers go to the competitors. After marking someone else's work, someone else suggested that actually he put the price up and increased the quality. A very good strategy. I haven't included that in my answer, but it would be a good argument. I've also said, why don't we cut down overheads? I've addressed staff level rather than advertising, and that would increase his net profit. The third option would be try to increase revenue by making his product stand out from the competition. So I've done 3. I've looked at both sides of it, so I'm definitely hitting 4 to 6 now. My conclusion will hopefully set the working context and bring me into the 7 to 8 category. So I've recommended that I want him to cut his overheads first because it's the lowest risk option, and I've explained why. This sort of answer, set the scene, discuss the options, tell me what you want to do, should get you a top mark. So this is another type of question that you could get, which is well worth the practice. Now, it's a bit odd, this one. It's about a dog grooming business, which has been set up in the spare time. This was from a couple of years ago. You have to basically set the scene, say, should they give up what are the advantages and disadvantages of giving up their jobs? What are the advantages and disadvantages of staying in their jobs? Would it be a good idea? And use the figures from the table to back it up. Have a go at this one, print it off and give it for me to mark.